We're gonna come in hot. It's Wednesday night, and that's pod night. You know, we're not gonna give up now. Not right when we start getting fans. So we're back at it again.
There we go. It for some reason it didn't go live right away.
Oh, but it's up now.
Yeah, it's up now. The intro.
And we are live.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know with the internet over here. Sometimes the internet's not the sharpest tack in the drawer, but
a little sucky.
Speaking of internet, Carter said he was doing some time on the internet. He said you told me
Doing some time, like he was in jail.
Well, he said he was lingering on the internet, and you said there was something on Pornhub you saw. You wanted to tell us about?
Is that a thing, loitering on the internet?
Yeah, oh, for sure it is. Like on Club Penguin, people loiter in Club Penguin. But no, more specifically, Carter had he before the show started, he said he saw something on the hub he wanted to tell us about.
Yeah, YouTube.
YouTube.
That's actually
YouTube.
That's actually a funny story. There was an ad going around for a while. It was like, I'm trying to think. Do you want to buy the best weed in the state of New Hampshire? I don't know if you ever saw the ad. Or
What was this ad going around on?
Can't tell you.
Oh,
You would know it if you knew it.
no, I haven't seen it.
No, never mind then.
What have you been watching, Carter?
Well, I originally wanted to talk about a YouTube video I watched, but I don't know what I was gonna say. Something about our internet. There was everything on my end looked as though the stream was up and running. I just wanted to let you know that there was no actual fault of the internet. That was on YouTube, the reason why the stream didn't go up.
Well,
properly.
you know, we've been called the new bad boys of YouTube, so I heard they're putting watchdogs on us because.
Why? What makes us the bad boys?
Well, you know, we just have that rebel spirit, that bad boy attitude. I don't know if you guys notice, I'm growing out my beard a little bit. I'm going Hollywood Hogan, you know, little bad boy attitude, you know.
Show him, Carter. Show his beard.
Yeah, it's all
Mean mugging. Yeah, dude, this is like a week and a half. The beard's coming in strong. But, you know, it's just that bad boy attitude, you know, black hat.
You want some finasteride or minoxidil to put on there?
Is that hair growth stuff?
Yeah.
No, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you. I'm okay with not being able to grow a great beard. Once in a while, I want to pull up with a nice mustache, but it takes so long for me to get there, and I just figure I might as well just shave up. You know, I look good when I shave up. I might as well. That's what majority of the time I feel like I shave, but it's winter time. I've been trying to get out, get on the slopes, do some skiing, and when you're clean shaven and you're trying to ski, it is a little bit of a problem for me. It is nice to have a little bit of that guard when you're out there in the snow.
It is.
It's amazing how little it actually does take.
Well, that's the thing. Just think of the hair on your arm. It does something, right? Like it's not there for nothing. It does make a difference when you're out skiing or working outside or whatever you find yourself doing. But anyway, to circle back, I don't know how we got on a beard tangent, but
You said we were the bad boys. Of
we
YouTube,
are the bad boys of YouTube. And to circle back on that, Carter had a video he wanted to talk to us about.
I thought this was. I'm not into hunting. And
Okay.
I don't think any of us are really into hunting, but we probably all know people who are.
I don't know. Bad boys are into hunting, so I think I'm into hunting right now because I'm a bad boy.
Hunting right now.
Yeah. So
Bad boy era.
the kids I work with are into hunting, obviously, and there's hunting YouTubers,
Yeah.
and we were
Like
working.
Cam Centronella.
I don't know who
Citronella.
that is. I don't know who that is.
Cam Citronella.
Yeah.
Who's that?
I think it's Cam Haynes is who I'm trying to make
You're mixing
fun of.
two people,
Yeah.
I think.
Who's
There is one close to Citronella.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just making fun of outdoor YouTubers, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So this guy, the channel's called Seek One, and this is a 2-hour and 20-minute video, and I watched the whole thing last night.
Why?
Animal.
I thought because it's really interesting. I think.
Did you guys ever see this
Did they
trend?
find Bigfoot?
Well, I mean, it's quite the animal.
Did you guys ever see this trend? It was like just raw dog to 2.5 hour flight, no caffeine, no alcohol, no nicotine, nothing.
Yeah.
No phone.
No phone.
no
Just
phone.
looking straight ahead.
well, that's what Carter watching this 2-hour video makes me think of. Just raw dog to 2-hour outing video.
2.5 hour
No
YouTube.
pee breaks, no
Yeah,
water, no
yeah.
snacks.
Yeah, it did take me two sittings, but essentially what it is. I mean, do you want me to give you the synopsis?
Yes,
I'll
because
just-
we're not going to watch a 2.5 hour.
Yeah,
I
and-
honestly
and
think-
I'm waiting for the point of this because
It is-
you started this out correctly that none of us care about hunting. So
But that's, I guess what I'm saying is, no, I don't care about hunting, but this guy this is such a good video, I feel like. I
Okay.
mean, maybe it's because I listen to people talk about hunting all day, but it's...
Can you explain why it's a good video?
So it starts off in January, this past January, a year ago, and he hears about this deer or whatever.
okay, all right, come on, let's get the wheels moving here.
Okay, so
January, here's about a
The
deer.
video starts off him in January, and he gets somebody asks him if he's seen this deer. He lives in Georgia. This deer is in Ohio, right?
Okay,
And somebody tells him where it is in Ohio.
Yep.
He drives to Ohio, finds, he's driving up and down roads in Ohio, and then he finds this deer, where the deer is.
and he gets it.
He goes and collects, the previous year's antlers. Like, he sets up game cameras on the deer.
Yep.
And finds its antlers, and then goes back the next year and keeps it's 2 hours, and he's constantly going back to the spot, and this is in the video, and just tracks the deer for a year in a different state, and videos it all, takes all kinds of videos of the of the deer, and then eventually they end up killing the deer in the end
Okay.
of it. And he ends up-
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. But the video I felt like was just a really well made video, and I thought it was interesting, and I thought that maybe
You were missing something.
yeah. No, I'm
Makes
saying
you wanna
maybe
hunt?
no. I think that it would be interesting for you guys.
I don't
too.
give a fuck about hunting.
No, I mean I would give it a shot. I'd try watching it.
It probably is a good video. but
I do think stuff like this is interesting. My thought,
deer.
I've never tried to go hunting, but I've never even been looking for deer, and I seem to find an abundance of them. Okay, I understand you can't shoot them from the road. I understand that, but that being said, I'm fairly certain. I'm like 99% certain if I wanted to go out and shoot a deer during hunting season, I'm like 99% certain I could do that. I'm familiar enough with the woods in where we live that I'm pretty sure I could find where the deer are walking.
The
I'm
impressive.
not saying I would just go out there blind. I'm saying I would do some
I would generally
due
agree.
diligence, and I would start a year in advance and figure out where they're
and the
walking and shit.
The
And
problem
then-
with hunting around here is that these people just, like you said, you said you can't shoot them out of a vehicle, but these people will literally ride down the road and then pull over and shoot them out of their vehicle. That's
Yeah.
a normal thing for around here.
Well, yeah, but technically that is poaching. That's that
that's
is
literally
100% an illegal activity.
Yeah, and that's what people do around here. But then they'll be like, "Oh, look at how big this deer was."
Or
The
or
impressive-
people bait them in with food and
Yeah,
stuff.
the impressive part about this was that he tracked down this specific deer in a different state and actually
Yeah, no,
actually
I think it's
killed
cool.
it.
Tracking and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he wasn't like literally Indian tracker down on the ground licking the dirt, but he.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's. I don't think it's overly complicated. Like, I'm sure it's cool to watch an expert go through this process, and it's probably a good video. But I also, I don't know.
guess
I'm
what I
also
would
talking
say
completely
is
out of
it's-
my ass.
yeah.
I've got no idea, but
it was just it was a good video more than anything, I would say, and that's why. Like
Michael's back. I knew you'd be here, Mike. That's why we had to go live. We had to do it because just when you start getting fans, that's not the time to start getting lazy. Now's the time we gotta start amping things up. Curtis is back at it. He's got a segment, Get Real with Curtis, where he's gonna show us some Instagram reels, and that's coming up later in the show. But yeah, I mean, we're working our way up the
Curtis's
ladder.
Reels of the week.
Well, we
when
were
it ca-
thinking reels of the week initially, but what
Now-
if he wants to do it more than one time a week?
Yeah.
So that's
I
why.
got 5 already from Monday that I wanted to show. So.
Yeah, so I said let's call it Get Real with Curtis, and he can show us his reels. But
Have you guys?
Hold on. This is what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be.
Curtis's Reels of the Week.
that's your Darth Vader voice over there.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be funny.
We gotta play with that. I'm sure there's a voice we want to use.
Have you guys watched Outdoor Boys? Do you guys
Yeah,
watch Outdoor Boys?
I know
at all?
Outdoor Boys. You've seen how the son does his own
I was
solo
just gonna
camping
say,
now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, have you seen Outdoor Tom making
Yeah.
videos?
I'll give a little context for people that haven't seen Outdoor Boys, but basically there's this guy that started doing what I would say are like Survivor Man style camping videos on YouTube, right? Where he's really teaching you
become a
practical
meme,
skills. Yeah, he became a meme because he's kind of an odd, awkward guy. But the thing I enjoyed about his videos with the practical skills you're learning, right? But he had young kids, and he would always incorporate his kids with the videos, and he always made it fun for the kids, right? Whether it was making some type of s'more or dessert on every camping trip. Camping can kind of be a tough, stressful situation for a kid, and he always made it fun for his kids, right? In addition to teaching the viewer and his kids practical skills. So I think he rightfully earned a place as a outdoor YouTuber, the Outdoor Boys. And yeah, he did kind of become somewhat of a meme. I don't fully even understand why he became like a meme, but other than he's popular.
The same reason why the River Monster guy became a meme, because
Yeah.
he's got some funny quotes that you can take out of context and
Right.
and put in anything.
But anyhow, so now Tommy, the oldest son of the Outdoor Boys, he must be 13.
He's 12.
He's 12. Okay. Well, so technically, to have your own YouTube channel, you have to be 13. So that's why I thought maybe he was 13. But 12, I've seen his dad obviously is helping him with the videos too.
Right. Yeah, he's not editing his own videos.
Yeah. But anyhow, so Tommy's doing his own stuff now, and that's like more fun to watch. That's very reminiscent of me in Boy Scouts watching Tommy camp.
Did you watch his solo camp?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I've seen clips of it on TikTok.
I'm watching him do this solo camp, and he is. I mean, I don't know if I could even make the video. We'll put that out there first. I don't even know if I could do it, but he's trying to emulate his dad to every level. And it's taking him so long. You can tell how worn out he is in these clips and how long it's taking him to go from building the campsite to getting the fire going. And it's like I said, I don't know if I could do it.
You think
It's-
it's like
it's a lot of
but-
work.
like
But-
The Office when Michael goes Survivor Man and Dwight's sitting there
Yeah,
safety is
100%.
on.
His dad's not far away.
Yeah. Well, he might be, though. He might not be hanging around.
Well, the video I saw, it seemed like his dad was like a 5 or 10 minute walk
Yeah.
from where he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not.
He
like,
was within walking distance.
Yeah, he's within walking distance, probably not within sight. But it is Alaskan bush camping, and that is a 12-year-old. So I'm sure he is within shouting distance. You know what I mean? But
I got a kick out of it anyway. I watched the video.
Outdoor
and,
boys are growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy. but kind of cool. But yeah, anyway, that's a little blurb on Outdoor Boys. Did you have another like a further point with your hunting video, or you wanted to recommend it?
I guess it was
like
a
recommendation.
I guess it was like a recommendation, and I just
I'll give it a shot.
We're not really into hunting, and I listen to people talk about hunting all day.
I like the idea of hunting. I think I like the idea that if you want to eat meat, you have to be willing to kill it. I like that principle, but I've never put in the effort.
Yeah, it was definitely kind of a recommendation. Kind of like, I don't know if Curtis started watching that hike to Mount Everest video or not. If he
was watching it today.
Yeah, who put that on? Or
I don't know.
I found it on my TV the other day. Somebody else started it initially.
It's probably something YouTube was pushing on the
Somebody
homepage.
started it initially, and then I started watching.
What is
it
your
at my
TV
house.
logged into my account?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's something that Allie and I have been watching. This guy's been hiking up Mount Everest, and it's a 5-hour-long video because it takes him 42 days to get to the top.
It's crazy.
And it's we just been watching it piecemeal, but it's the same thing. It's just his hike to Mount Everest video isn't as good. The only reason it's interesting is because
Well, it's only if you're interested in hiking to Mount Everest.
Yeah, it's only interesting because of Mount Everest. This deer hunting video was a good video that I didn't care about the hunting so much. I just thought it was a really good video. And maybe I guess that's kind of what I'm wondering too, is if you watch it and you think it's that good of a video too, or if it's just because I might have somewhat of an interest in hunting and that's why I liked it.
I'll have to watch it, and I think I can kind of grasp what you're saying, that so sometimes content has that power to bridge a gap, right? Like, because it's a good piece of content that anyone can enjoy. You don't have to be into hunting to enjoy this. You'll find something to enjoy about it, but it's going to open you up more into being into hunting. It's gonna be that gateway for people.
Yeah,
making hunting accessible.
People who don't want to go out and hunt, but they want to watch what it's like to hunt.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I'll have to watch it, and maybe I'll learn a thing or two. But I'm sure, Michael, I'm sure you and everyone else watching have been tantalized by this brown bag. Carter, can you go to the wide? Is this brown bag visible in the wide?
yeah.
This thing has been tantalizing everybody the whole episode. I know it.
Past 18 minutes.
I know you guys just want to know what's in my brown bag right here. You guys, what do you guys think? Is it time to unveil it to the viewers? All right. Right here in this brown bag, okay? Before you guys get too excited, I'll preface this a little bit. I am into toy collecting, right? I don't know if we've talked about it specifically on the pod. Obviously, we collect Legos. There's Star Wars props and toys around this room. I've been into collecting the new Mattel Masters of the Universe toys. That's like a recreation of the original 80s toys. I haven't really gotten into vintage toy collecting because it's an expensive collecting. It's an expensive hobby, right? And a lot of people are doing it, and there's so many things to collect. And I already have big collections of Legos, Masters of the Universe. I've got Smurfs. I've got Snoopy. I already have several decent-sized collections of things, right? Oh, you get a picture of the Masters of the Universe? Yeah, I've got a bunch of Masters of the Universe. These are all new toys that are meant to look like the originals that came out back in the 80s. But anyway, so I've got a bunch of collections going on. So I'm like, I don't want to go too hard in vintage toy collecting and spend a lot of money and then have some big collection that I don't know necessarily what to do with. And I said to myself, what can I hunt for? Well, I didn't really know for a long time what I was going to be hunting for until I came across this movie, Waterworld. I watched Waterworld with Kevin Costner, and at the time when this movie came out, I guess it wasn't super popular it didn't make enough money when it came out. It kind of flopped.
Big flop.
But it's a great movie. Okay, this is from a time when they made movies. Whatever you shot with an actual camera is what's in the movie, and so it's real stunts, real sets, real costumes. There's no CGI. I was just explaining it to my dad that again, this wasn't that long ago. This was a couple of years ago that I found Waterworld, right? I found it on my own as an adult. And I had heard of it culturally as like the butt of a joke, right? Because it was kind of a flop. So that's really all I knew about it, is that it was kind of, people made fun of it. And when I watched it for the first time, to me, it was like watching Star Wars for the first time, where every little detail, I'm like, tell me more. I want to see more. I need more information. What's a muto? How do you become a muto? What are these fish in the ocean? You know, every detail. Now that I say that the fish in the ocean, the fish might have been CGI, not great CGI, but I can look past that for the jet ski stunts that are in the movie. It's a great movie. All this being said, Waterworld was not very successful, so therefore its toy line was not very successful. So it had a very small Kenner toy line that came out in 1995, and it just didn't sell very well. There's not a lot of it. It's not a huge collection, and it didn't sell well, so there's not a lot of it existing out there in the resale market. And I said to myself, you know what? This is going to be the collection I'm going to go for. It's small. It's going to be hard to find because, again, the thrill is in the chase. I don't know if I said that yet, but when you're toy hunting, there's a million things you could buy. But for me, the thrill is in the chase. So if I was doing Star Wars, I'd be done by now. I see Star Wars all the time. Waterworld, I've literally never seen the toys in person. So to get to the brown bag, finally, all right, I've been saying for about a year that my grail, my toy finding grail, is the Waterworld, anything from the Waterworld set. I want to find all of it. I want to find any of it. And my dad was at a thrift store in, what do you say, Wells?
Yeah, Wells.
Wells, Maine. And he came upon Kevin Costner on his, what is it called? Wave Ripper in the box, okay? This was a really, really good find, something, you know, you don't really see ever in person. And now I had already looked these up online, and I knew roughly what they were going for. And I called my dad, or my dad sent me a picture of it and said, "Do you want me to get this?" And obviously I wanted him to get it, right? But I call him immediately and I ask him, excuse me, I asked him, okay, what's the price tag on it? How much is it going for? You can see right here on the top, $38. And you can buy these on eBay for like $35 plus shipping, right? So $38, in-store purchase, you're right there. That's the market, right? I totally paid market value for this toy, and I didn't find it. My dad found it. So, as a toy hunter, as a toy collector, people can let me know, does that count? Does this count as me finding the toy? I think loosely, yes. The fact that I paid market value for it, and it's in the box like this to me is something I'm going to hold on to and try and keep collecting more. But ideally, my ideal way to collect this, I'd like to have the entire collection. I want to have the complete collection, but I want it out of the box. I don't want to feel guilty about opening it, but I want everything out of the box so I can play with it, if I'm being honest. So this is the first building block of my collection. I was pretty stoked that Dad found this, and he texted me immediately.
It's a good first toy because it's the main character.
It's the main character. It's the Wave Ripper. It's in the box, and in terms of trying to make a flip on this collection one day if I decide to do that or if I keep it forever, right? If you know, like that's what toy hunters do. If you complete a collection, then you'll take the complete collection and try and sell it for slightly more than what you paid for it, right? And then the hunt and the collection continues. You know, you go to the next thing. So anyway, this is the first building block of that for me, and the fact that I paid market value for it just means I'm going to have to work harder to find better deals on the rest of the collection. So thanks, Dad, for finding this and picking it up for me and spotting me the money. It took me like 2 days to pay him back. But anyway, stoked up on the Waterworld toy. Were you going to play a clip from the movie, Carter? From Waterworld?
I was just looking up. I've never seen the movie, and maybe there's good reason for it. Michael doesn't seem to like it either.
Well,
he said,
okay.
although he said he may rewatch it because of some of the points he made, but
yeah, I
probably a
mean,
good reason I haven't seen
if
it
you're
yet.
just out here to hate, then sure, you can make fun of it all you want. But I went into this with a childlike whimsy, and I enjoyed the heck out of the stunts. Okay, and watching Costner sail the trimaran, this was a real freaking boat that they made, and he's actually freaking sailing it. So you're gonna tell me that's not sick?
Would you look up a bunch of backstory on the thing? On them?
It's no. This at Universal Studios, they still do the Waterworld stunt show. Why? Because it was a revolutionary practical stunt movie.
That's where you got to start, where they release the skis from underwater.
That's what.
There's so many cool things about this movie. It's probably going to get us copywritten.
Think so?
I don't know.
I can play it with no volume but
Launching the jet skis from underwater. Same jet skis Curtis and Carter own. Look at the set design. I know there's not a lot there, but the costumes, everything. Like, and again, this is a real boat. Real jet skis.
they move like real jet skis too, 2 miles an hour.
But in this world where everything is water, those are the quickest, nimblest things out there.
Yeah. Only thing left.
Is that the point of the movie? The whole planet's been flooded?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, what if
Everything's underwater.
what if the polar ice caps completely melted and the seas rose and everything's underwater? I think, spoiler, should I give a spoiler warning?
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it, actually, if you guys haven't seen it. But the part I'll tell you
The movie's
is...
20, 30 years old.
I know, but a lot of people haven't seen it. So go out and watch it. I don't want to spoil the ending completely. But the part I'll tell you about that enthralled me is when they dive down to the ocean floor, okay? And where's the ocean floor but Denver, Colorado, okay? Where the elevation is high. Like, where he comes
is that where he
down
was?
to the ocean floor. Yeah, it's at the top of a ski area. Okay, and so the stuff he brings up to the surface are ski boots and ski goggles, and you see these different characters. They think it's really cool that they have these ski boots, and they don't have any context for what they are, other than they're from the before time, you know, and they came from the ocean floor. They know that, and that's why they're wearing them, and that's why they think they're cool. But they're ski boots, and we know they're ski boots as the audience, but they don't know that as the characters, and they're wearing them around. I loved it. I fell in love with this stuff, and I dove deep in. There's a comic book series that ties in, and I don't know if the comic book series will ever be, the stuff that happened in this series will ever be officially canonized into the movie, but I liked the plot lines from the comic book, and I just fell in love with the world. But yeah, okay, shitty Nintendo game. You're right about that. That's true. It did have a shitty Nintendo game, Waterworld, and maybe that was part of the bad rap it got. People did not enjoy the Waterworld Nintendo game.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Nice. What are you talking about? This looks like any other Game Boy Advance game.
Well, I think that was the problem. Was it was a rip-off. It was an exact clone of an already existing game. They just skinned it as Waterworld.
They did that a bunch back in the day.
And but this isn't stuff that really happens in Waterworld, right? This
all the smokers eliminated.
I don't know. Yeah, that could taint the memory. Again, I had like little to no context for it at all. I came into it pretty much blind, and I just ended up enjoying it for what it was because I had no expectation. You know, I hadn't seen some trailer that built it up. I wasn't coming into it thinking of a video game that I already didn't like. I enjoyed it straight up, but got the toy collection rolling. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people would say it's probably my worst quality.
The toys.
Yeah, but I enjoy it.
Let me ask you a question here.
Sure.
You know how they're bringing all these illegal drugs into the companies, cartels smuggling the drugs into the country, and the government was just letting them do it basically. Do you
I'm
think?
not sure what you're talking about.
Well, I'll just say in general, they left
Okay.
the borders open so they could smuggle drugs in more or less.
Okay.
Do you think that the government was sending in their experimental drugs to create superheroes? Pull up the first two videos I
What?
sent you on Instagram.
Okay, so we're gonna drop into Get Real with Curtis here.
I just want just had a couple of these here that.
Well, I think we can jump right into it. I'm ready to get
well,
real.
this to me is evidence of superhero experimentation.
You think gene mutation? Or?
the first two.
New York.
anyways. The first two.
The New York.
The first two that I sent you.
I don't know what the first one is, so I'm asking if the New York one is the first one.
It looks like it, but
Yes.
crackheads in New York are built different. Okay,
This
got
guy
hit by a
gets hit.
car.
This guy gets hit by a car.
Full on hit by a car. What's He's knocked over.
Watch him. Watch him. Gets back up. He's awake.
Like nothing.
Good as new.
What, do you think he just got knocked out for a second and went limp? That's
I
what
don't
it is
know.
for
That's
him?
a superhero gene he's got in him.
All right, he's running. He's getting whipped by a stick, and then he gets hit by the car. God, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. All right, next video. That was too real. I know we called this segment "Get Real," but oh man, that was a big fall.
Money fucking oh! Let's go! Ain't taking a dive. Ain't give me 5.
Oh my God. Okay, this guy is superhuman.
Yeah, that's what
This
I'm saying.
this guy's
What-
unbreakable.
What
He-
goes on with these people?
I don't know. He goes swimming in the water. He does a couple push-ups, and watch the way he walks off. He's got so much intensity. Look at the intensity he walks off with. Jeez. Holy smokes. All right, those guys. Yeah, I'll give it to them. They're superhuman. All right.
So you want to watch the other ones? Or you...
Yeah. Why not? Let's keep going.
All right. So the next two people who probably shouldn't own chainsaws. Can you make that a little bigger on the screen or no?
No, that Instagram sucks.
Yeah, chainsaws. Anyone can buy them, but not everyone should. Oh my God! Jesus! What the heck? I
Luckily,
you know,
he didn't get smashed up even worse.
yeah, jeez, he could that. Oh my God!
I mean, we don't know. We didn't see the end of the video.
The whole
True.
tree was on top of him at the end. It's so.
And his cat
His-
behind him. Like, Jesus.
The bobcat was behind him. Why wouldn't he put the bobcat against the tree and push it over?
Yeah,
if he didn't know how to cut the tree down?
Yeah, there's
Worst
so
case.
many things you could have done, but why would you think you're gonna push it? Like who does he think he is? I don't. Just dumb.
This one's a classic here. This is a classic situation here.
Looney Tunes situation.
Yeah.
All right, tree
Look at
tied
him
to a
with the
rope.
bicycle helmets on too.
Why did the guy run underneath? Yeah, the bicycle helmets are pretty funny. So this guy, rather than running away from the tree, he ran underneath where it's falling.
Yeah. I thought that one was pretty good.
He literally just
You're teasing
ran
the
right
videos too
underneath
much.
it.
All right, play the next one.
On to the next one. It's not always on stream, Curtis.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
okay.
not. They're not looking at it all the time.
Okay. Now, this one I thought I got a
Is this
kick out of this
Paramore?
one. I thought it was. It looks like it, doesn't it? But
Could have just been the hairstyles of the time.
yeah, I thought it was a funny retro video, and I won't spoil it.
Holy crap! No way!
What do you think she had in her hair?
Oh, hairspray. Any type of
No, they just
hairspray.
sprayed a bunch of booze on her.
No. But
No,
her hair could have been filled with any type of product that, like, hairspray is super flammable.
No one sprayed anything. He was just pouring it. He was pouring it into the flame.
And
But
what? Let's diagnose this. Now that I know what's gonna happen, let's try and break this down from a fundamental standpoint. All right, here we go.
oh
Shoot.
No, like flamethrowers her.
yeah,
Yeah. How? Where does? I don't know, man. That's crazy.
all right. And
Oh my goodness.
and then to close it out-
that I would say is also on the line. We're talking about what is too graphic or that
All
might
of
be
these
over the
have
li-
been. A guy getting plowed by a car, tree falling and crushing
that was
a
a
guy.
superhero.
Yeah, the superhero thing is different. this was
This last one's pretty tame. It's just the creators of the song All Star.
Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
All right. This it gets
Mute it
colder,
so you didn't
bundled up now just to get older.
Or
Meter
we'll
man
get
begs
copywritten.
differ, judging by a hole in the satellite picture.
Now-
Ice we skate, it's getting pretty thin.
Now-
Water's
the-
getting warm, so you might as well
Watch
swim.
the guy in the
Water's
back
on
when he
fire.
rips the
How
cigarette.
about yours? That's the way I like it, and something in your hater.
All right, now what I wanted to talk about with this clip is
First of all, I want to say this guy in red has mad style. I'm loving the shorts. I'm loving the multiple fanny packs. I love the accessories. This guy knows how to accessorize. The flashlight on the hat. Mad props to this guy. He threw together a good fit. I'm into it. And I would also say I'm a big Smash Mouth fan myself. These guys are just giving me strong vibes. This is like, yeah, dude, I love Smash Mouth too. Let's rip All Star together.
now what I wanted to talk about. Wait, keep it up for a second.
What do you want to talk about, Curtis?
What I want to talk about is these people are living in the same world that we are. How do they get through life? How do these two guys make it through life? Are they
Like
gonna have
freaking All Stars. What do you mean, dude? They're it. It's
These guys-
self-explanatory. I don't think we need to explain it to you or to the audience. I think
I think you need to explain to him reels of the week again.
Yeah. Maybe we gotta have stricter rules for reels of the week. We're gonna. I think we're gonna have to start approving them before we put them up live. But
they weren't that bad.
I know, and I love Smash Mouth. So
I think anything
no-
where a person could have borderline died. I mean,
Nobody died.
like, how did they make it this far?
Exactly, Tanner. That's what I'm saying. How are they still alive?
where do you think your tax dollars go?
And that's what I was thinking about. What is like, when you think about who are all these people voting, it's them, right?
Has
I
to
don't
be.
know. I have no idea.
I don't know. I got such a kick out of it.
You're getting political. Stop getting good.
For some reason, it just came to me. I was like, how do people like this exist in the world?
Well, we done round up most of the gators, so
They're not even
wolves
like
been
that.
gone for a minute.
They're not even that though.
Just watch any Peter Santinello video.
Bears is gone now. There ain't many bears left.
You watch any Peter Santinello video, and he's always talking.
Peter Santinella. That's what I was making it. Citronella. That's the joke we were making earlier.
Yeah, he's not outdoors. He's a traveler. But you watch any of his videos, and you see all the people that he talks to in it. I mean, granted, he's going to these abandoned towns that nobody can afford to move out of. So,
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm a big Smash Mouth fan. I wish there were more Shrek movies.
I thought they were coming
there's-
out with a new Shrek movie.
Yeah, there's only 9 of them. I don't think it's enough. Carter, can you get us information on the new Shrek movie? Also, when is B Movie 2 coming out? I remember when B Movie came out, and it was a real it was a good movie. It was fun. It was different.
Shrek 5 is scheduled to release in the United States on December 23rd, 2026.
All right, so we gotta
having
wait.
previously been set for July 1st, 2026.
We gotta wait a minute. We gotta wait it out for the next Shrek, but Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Big Shrek fans out here, so you better believe we'll be hitting the theaters for that. No, we're just riffing. We're just Shrek riffing.
Who was it that said
Not
that?
the gumdrop button.
You have a problem with the videos I played. Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
I didn't play the video though. I referenced it, which
I
is
don't even
funny.
know what video that it is.
You don't know Shrek is love, Shrek is
Oh my
life.
god.
You're gonna have to watch that in your own time. That is not classroom work. That's not homework.
Was
It's
on-
not
is it on
required
YouTube?
reading.
It's almost like a meat cannon type of video.
Oh, I loved the Meat Cannon David Dobrik video that came
I've
out
changed,
recently.
haven't I?
I've changed. Say how much I've changed. it was really meat.
just saw that one.
How about the Disney adult Meat Cannon? Did you see
I
that?
didn't watch
Oh
that
my
one. No,
God.
they just started popping up for me, so I didn't see that one.
They're too good over there. They're they go hard with every animation.
That
and-
style of animation is a little bit unsettling, but
Yeah.
also hilarious to me.
It's so funny, and yeah, I don't know how they do it, but it's some of the funniest stuff I've seen recently is the Meat Cannon on YouTube animation. Something to watch after dark. Put the kids to bed. These cartoons ain't for the youth. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm glad people are watching. We got engagement in the chat. Reels of the week, I think, is a winner. I think it's a winner of a segment. Gives us something to talk about. I do think we have to curate them a little bit finer. I think there are other things, other pieces of content we can get into.
I think there's some guidelines maybe that it could have.
And
but
also, I didn't see a single Rizzler clip. Okay,
I'm
my
not-
my
Did you see-
feed
I'm
is
not
full
looking-
of
oh
Rizzler.
my
Oh my God!
I
Did
don't
you
wanna-
guys see the clip of the Rizzler crying on that podcast?
No, what was he crying about?
Hold on.
He's like-
Who hurt the Rizzler?
He was on a podcast with a bunch of guys, and he's like, what there was a fat guy on the podcast, and I'm gonna paraphrase. I'm not gonna say what this African American descent man had said. I'm just gonna call him Guy. Say Guy in the place of the word he said, but you can imagine. He's like, you guys have been calling me the fat guy all night. Now I call him the little fat guy. I can't call him the little fat guy. And the Rizzler started crying on whatever podcast he was on because
He's calling him fat.
yeah, it was funny though.
Well, what's funny is he's a little kid. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's
Cat-
good
cat-
for
we're-
a kid to be
We're
bigger.
We're going back to Kevin Gaber here.
What?
A kid on the internet should be on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, big
I don't
time,
know.
Yeah, I think the Rizzler when they were posting like the Black Panther
Black
videos.
Panther.
I think
when he
that
was really young.
Yeah, those videos were fine, but these newer ones where he's jumping in with the chocolate double chunk cookie.
That's
Here
the
comes the
thing.
boom.
I like the stuff where I see the Rizzler like going out on the court for NBA games. I like stuff that the Rizzler is doing. Oh, when he was on the Tonight Show.
The normal kids his age are doing.
Well, no, I'm just saying I like seeing him do his own thing on the internet. The thing I am leery of and I don't like is, like you're saying, when he's making content with other people, because he's not gaining anything from that. He's purely doing other channels a favor by showing up in their content. He doesn't stand to gain anything from that. He's bigger than all of that, and I don't think he should be subjected to that. I think he should just have his normal life, and when he does silly things like the Black Panther clip, and his dad just gets a little clip of it, that can be what we get to enjoy as Rizzler fans. That can be what we get to enjoy. And then if he wants to go do these cool appearances like Jimmy Fallon and going out on the court or out on the football field or whatever,
See you later, Mike.
If these are things he wants to do, go ahead and do them. But he doesn't need to be appearing on other random pods.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is he's a cute kid or whatever, and he could be doing things that normal kids his age will do, and maybe he'll add a little bit of a spin on it because he does have a wild imagination with the Black Panther thing, making his own videos.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
I want to see him playing sports, Little League baseball, whatever.
Yeah.
I think like you're saying, just the normal kid things is ultimately going to be better content anyway. He doesn't need to be out here making doing streams with other adults. Like, that's just weird.
Yeah.
But that's enough on the Rizzler.
Back to my Instagram. I think the reason the reels that I want to share are deep cuts, little deep cut, not very seen videos that I find funny that I think the world needs to see.
I think that's fine. The thing is, right, it's really difficult for something like that all-star video, okay? Because I don't want to explain can you explain to me why you enjoyed that video or what was entertaining about that video to you? Can you explain it to me in any way that can't be construed as mean? It just got brighter in here because Carter put something white on the TV.
I would say yes. There's a way.
You're pure. It's like wholesome to you. Would you say?
I would say it's not wholesome to me. It's not so much that I care about making fun of these guys because clearly they are having fun, and I don't give a shit if they want to have fun and they're living their life and having a good life. Then who cares? What my point of it, what the entertainment that I got out of it is that I live my life in a certain way and have become a certain type of person, which maybe that's not the best way to put it, but basically what I said was they live in the same world that I do.
It just gives you perspective. Is that what you're saying?
The drastic spectrum of life that there could be.
Yeah. Just a little portal into another
That
life.
said, I
a
could
little
bully the
perspective.
crap out of them.
Yeah,
But I'm not. That wasn't the point of showing the video.
well, that's what I question, and that's what I. Obviously, I was, giving the video a really charitable take, and I legitimately do think the guy had something going on with his outfit. I think he threw something together with all the pockets and fanny packs, but.
Yeah, they could be just doing a bit too.
Yeah, that's
Could be a couple
true too.
guys doing a bit.
It could be a bit. I don't know, but that in terms of sharing stuff on the podcast, not that I think we've got to look out for somebody or something, but I don't want to. It's too easy, I guess, is what I would say, right? I don't want us to be out here playing for cheap laughs. That's all.
This is kind of on the same page as bullying. I was just looking at the YouTube trending page here, and I was scrolling through, and these are the obviously top trending videos on YouTube.
I gotta watch
whatever
the
the
Cat Williams.
Yeah, I gotta watch that too.
whatever trending is. But see here, this one I thought was kind of odd. This "Why Dawn Divorced Me" is trending on YouTube. I've never heard of that guy, Rusty Judgment.
No,
but,
me neither.
but it says, "Hi, my name is Tom." Whatever. Scroll down a little farther. Tom and I are divorced.
Yeah, it's just a YouTube couple that's splitting up,
Yeah, but they all have they each have their own channel, and
and they're profiting off it.
yeah. I think that's crazy.
It is crazy, but what's crazier is to not profit off it, right?
You know who? Let me talking about profiting on stuff. Do you know? You remember Crazy Quaddy, right?
No.
The truck camper guy. He lives in the back of his truck. He camps in the back of his truck. Crazy Quaddy. If
No,
you pulled
I'm
him,
not remembering
if you pulled him up, Carter, we would know who he is.
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. Anyway, this guy had a heart attack and almost died, and posted a video on it. I almost died, and him in the hospital bed. You know how many views it has?
How many?
100,000. The same number as the subscriber count or less.
I mean, that's still pretty good. 100,000 views.
I'm
though.
just saying. Talking about clickbaiting a video to the end
right.
to max out your views and take advantage of a
You got to
situation.
do that. That's why we don't get views, because we haven't been clickbaiting. We got
Clickbaiting and trying to take advantage of a situation where he actually almost died and he got no views.
We're gonna
Relative.
We're gonna title this one "The Show's Over." Final show. From now on, every episode is gonna be titled "The Last Show," never to be seen again. We quit. It's gonna be all variations on that from now on. Then we're gonna start going with the death titles. Caleb is dead.
That's what we can name our show. I quit.
I quit. Tapped out. Bye, done. Scrap. Get out of here. Sayonara. Yeah. I definitely think adding in the reels of the week is a bonus. I think it was a good idea, and I think it gives us something to talk about. And I think there's opportunities. You can find a big account, right? Like Carter was saying, these people on YouTube. If you're trending on YouTube, I don't have any problem with us taking big swings at them. Like we can make fun of them and tease them and take big swings. You know why? Because they're way more successful than us. They have a much bigger audience than us. We're not going to actually be able to hurt their feelings, right? But when you pull up an Instagram reel that has 8 views and it's probably just all of these guys' actual friends, and we watch it on here, I don't want to open up the opportunity for other people to go make other people's lives harder. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind doing it to these people that are big and popular on YouTube, because we're not going to send some massive audience their way, right? They already have that. But that's I'm just trying to clarify what I was trying to say about the reels of the week in terms of, you know, I don't want anyone getting picked on.
I think we just need to shine a spotlight on this other side of the internet, and
Shining it into the dark corners of the country here.
yeah, and I think that's totally fine to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, and obviously these are adults that are posting things onto the World Wide Web. You know, that's what happens when you do that. It has the potential. You don't know what potential. You don't know where this video is going to end up. You don't know who's going to see it, and I like to keep my shots above the belt. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm feeling like a bad boy. In that case, we're going right below the belt every time. I might even scratch you, because I'm a bad boy. You think I'm not afraid to scratch you? Slap you around? Because I'm a bad boy. I might spit on you. Pull your hair. Because I'm a bad boy. I don't know where that was going.
We're gonna have a silent cue to wrap it up, because that would have been the perfect time to roll the outro.
With the bad boy.
Yeah.
I mean, we could wrap it up if you guys want. I circled the back. I don't know how I was doing the weave. We got back to Bad Boy. Maybe the Bad Boy can be a new bit. You know, we start. Yeah, like I have recurring bits I do. Not that I've really done any recurring bits on the show necessarily, but the Bad Boy bit could be the first recurring bit.
No, I was trying to think the other day. If I had a long backlog of work stories, like I can tell a work story, a funny work story. If I had a long backlog, it'd be funny to do a funny work story.
Yeah, I think anytime, like you guys have some funny work stories that I've heard. I think anytime.
The problem is
anytime you
remembering
feel-
them.
Well, yeah, I agree. It's hard to remember them, but I think. Well, actually, here's what I'll end this episode on.
I was going to tell my work story.
Oh, you had a work story ready?
I
You
got
one remembered.
I got one off the top of my head here. That's what I was thinking the other day. I thought of this work story, and I was like, oh, I should tell that on the podcast.
Sure.
Because Scott, actually, my boss was.
Was he watching?
Yeah, we were watching an episode in his basement the other day. We were working at his house, and we had it up on the TV.
Were you chained up?
Watching. Was I chained up, or was he chained up?
Yeah.
Would you put your dicks in a Chinese finger trap?
No, but he was all pumped up. He was like,
I'm
"Oh,
sure
you
he
should
was.
tell me that we should be telling funny stories or talk about electrical." Then he told a story that he's like, Curtis, this is literally what he was doing. He's like, now listen to this, Curtis. Picture this, Curtis. He told this whole story, which apparently was a true story. And it was his story was funny, and it got me thinking that I should be telling a funny work story.
Wait, I thought that's what we were doing.
I am, but I'm,
Picture this, Caleb, but that's what I was thinking.
no, that's what he was doing. Okay, so I'll tell my story now.
All right, I'm ready.
So we were working at this place, right? And I had to take a leak, right? And
Wicked pissa.
yeah, I had to go pretty bad, and we were right in a neighborhood, and there was like, the people were home, so we're in a neighborhood. It's not like I could just open the door of the truck and
Pee on the tire.
pee
sort
on
of
the
thing.
paved driveway. I could do that, but I couldn't find there was not a place in the yard, and the people were home, so I was looking for a place to go, couldn't find one, and my boss said, "Oh, they said we can use their bathroom. Just go upstairs and ask for where the bathroom is." So I go upstairs and I'm like, "Oh, where's here? Can I use your bathroom?" And she's like, "Yeah, down the hall to the right."
Mhm.
And the husband had been walking around all day, and I go upstairs and I didn't see him, didn't think anything of it. So I go down the hall to the right to the
God.
guest bathroom. Door's cracked open. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I open up the door, and there's the old guy sitting on the toilet, pants around his ankles,
Jesus.
taking a
With the
dump.
door open?
With the door open. And,
What the
And I'm
hell?
like, oh, sorry. Close the door. And
Got the hell out of there?
Yeah, walked outside, took a piss by the side of the truck.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't. I get nervous trying to use other people's bathrooms as it is, and something like that would traumatize me. I would have a hard time trusting other people's bathrooms after that.
It's pretty tough when you have to launch one. You got to go blow somebody's toilet up.
Do you do that at work?
You have to sometimes.
Oh man, I
remember
Do you
one time
ever,
I
do you
was
ever skid up the toilet and leave it?
no.
You know
my
what?
God.
I
Would
would
you guys actually do that?
I would on a normal case, but I
Oh
was
my
working.
God.
I was working at a $10 million home, and the people hadn't even moved in yet, and we weren't supposed to be using the toilets inside.
And
but
you're
it,
shitting their
but
toilet?
it was freezing cold
Oh
out.
my
And there was
God.
toilet paper in there, so I went into the bathroom and I took a shit in
What
the
the
brand new
fuck?
toilet. People hadn't even moved in yet. Skidded it up. I had to clean it.
Yeah, as you should. You should
they have a
always.
brush in there?
You should clean it every time.
No,
they
that
have
was
a
the
pro-
worst part. I had to reach in with some toilet paper.
Jesus.
You know, Yeah.
I don't know if
Ah,
that's
man.
funny to anybody else or just me, but
I think it's funny. I think that whole story is funny.
I don't get any reaction from this room other than disgust. So
Well, I'm trying to be the audience here. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give their perspective as how
I
they
think
might
I
react
think
to
it's
the story.
funny.
I do think it's funny, and I think it hits a little too close to home for me to really gut laugh. I relate
you know what
a
the
little.
best part is though, when you're working at a job, a lot of the time the porta potty is not a good place to go to the bathroom because people are It's like in a high traffic
I agree.
area.
I can't do it.
A lot of
I,
jobs. There's a thing recently on a lot of the big jobs I've been on. They'll get 2 porta potties, and that significantly makes it better.
Oh yeah.
But there's still a high traffic area, so people are like walking by you the whole time while you're.
I can't
Oh.
dump under those conditions.
I
It's
put in.
not going to happen.
I got headphones. I'll put in headphones.
That's a great idea. Headphones
Yeah.
work. Headphones help a lot.
So when I'm in the $10 million house there, and I go up to the bathroom is like all insulated, and the toilet is in a separate room in the bathroom. So you close at least 2 doors to get
Bucky
to the
style.
Yeah, to get to the toilet,
Nice.
and then you're
secure.
and especially if you go to a part of the house that nobody's working in, you're just in a nice quiet room. It's a really good place to go to the bathroom on a job.
I dealt with a lot of toilet scenarios when I was working at Sugar Bush, and in the fact to me that anybody in a public or private toilet thinks it's okay to just skid up the bowl, as you're saying, and not at least give it a courtesy flush afterwards.
second flush,
Give it
yeah.
at least a second flush. The fact that anyone thinks that is okay, I think is foul, because you're just what? We're just gonna What's next? We're just gonna shit on the walls, which some people do. I've seen that, but I don't know. I think you know there's a reasonable expectation to clean up after yourself, and do I always hit it 100%? I don't think I probably do, but you could check. You can ask around. You can check with Calvin. Calvin's a bad offender. He leaves a mess. He'll have to tell you about it next time he's on the pod. But I don't know why we're still talking about this. It's a shitty subject. Zing. But the last thing I guess I was going to say, just to dovetail off of Carter's not always remembering the stories thing, and we can wrap this thing up. I realized to myself the other night, I have to get some good notebooks, some good journals, and start writing things on paper. I've written a lot of stuff in my phone, whether it's jokes or something I think could be a song lyric or a movie title I think I wanted to write, or any number of things. I have it all typed in my phone, but I don't have a hard copy. And I was thinking about this, and I think this could apply to any one of us, but if you just journal, right? If you journal your thoughts throughout every day and take it serious, you know, say to yourself, I'm going to take 30 minutes and sit here and journal, or whatever you want to say, but just take it somewhat serious and actually journal. Eventually you do have something. There's something physical, a physical amount of work that you have done that is now the blueprints for something else. Everything you've written is now, it could be a piece to a book, whatever that book might be. It could be a piece to an album or to a song you want to write. The point is, if you just journal, or I'm thinking of myself like in terms of wanting to be creative and wanting to continuously make things in the creative realm, right? Similar to YouTube and similar to this podcast. If I have a physical representation of my ideas in written form, that is eventually going to be of value and of service to me in some way or another. I don't know exactly how, but I know it will be. And yeah, that's in terms of remembering your stories and stuff. Me personally, I'm going to start trying to write everything down, and I think some good will come of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can get out of this thing. We can call it. You guys got to go watch Waterworld if you haven't, and
Yeah, don't forget about the hunting video.
don't forget about the
Seek
hunting
one.
video. And what are we doing on Friday? I think we're podding on Friday. Oh no.
I don't know. Somebody said something about Friday.
Yeah, no. I was gonna try and maybe go bowling on Friday. There's talks. Corey wants to go bowling, so.
What's bowling?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about Friday. Friday, guys, consider it a little Friday treat when we do pop out. But it's a busy time for everybody, so don't hold up your schedule for us on Friday. But you never know. You might get a spicy little treat. But yeah. Anyhow, we're gonna wrap this thing. We'll see you next time.